Hello, everybody, and welcome back. The Lunar Silver Star Harmony, the finale of Lunar Silver Star Harmony. This is it. Doesn't matter what happens. This is the end. We got one more dungeon left, I'm pretty sure. Are you ready, Alex? We're ready when you are. Then follow me. Where are we going, Leica? The place where it all began, Alex. The place where you took the first step on your quest. And the White Dragon is going to take us there. Huh? Let's go. Where are we? Dine's monument? Leica, did I do that? How'd we get here? What's going on, old man? There's something which I wish to speak to you about. The truth about what happened 15 years ago when Althena was reborn. And what happened on that day to Dragon Master Dine. Step aside, Dine. I have no more to say to one who will not listen to the voice of reason. However, perhaps it is not too late to return Althena to some semblance of sanity. Don't you understand? If she carries out her plan, the world will perish. Galleon. The rebirth of the goddess in human form is something which must not be allowed. The goddess Althena, surrendering her powers into the world to be reborn as a mere human? Making this her final transmigration for all time? And you, willing to throw away your power as well, willing to join her in this madness. Why, Dine? Why do you continue to travel this selfish path? You're wrong, Galleon. Though she shall cease to exist as a goddess, Althena shall never pass from this world. She will live on in the heart and soul of every human. She will smile each time two people fall in love. Nonsense, Dine. That is nothing but a deceptive stream of deadly romantic rhetoric. This world needs the power of Althena. She is all that holds order from chaos. Dine, turn back!
Wait! Dine! Stop! If you persist in this course, you'll lose the very power you've gained in order to protect this world! Dine now! Why, Dine? Why? What is it that you and the goddess Althena can possibly see which I cannot? Tell me!
Hope. Hope that gives all people the strength to build a future full of love and joy.
cannot accept this rationale. I just cannot.
Please watch over these children's future, my friend.
Despite her pure intentions, Althena's presence was bringing about more harm than good, and her many children were becoming even more dependent upon her. Instead of working together to improve the world they shared, as she had always desired, they jealously competed for her attention, bickering to receive her blessings. Althena relinquished her power, entrusting the fate of her children to themselves, and assumed the form of a human being to live in the world she created. You mean Luna? Yes. How could you possibly know something like that? Who are you, old man? I'm
I
Dine.
apologize for keeping you in the dark this long, Alex. My real name is Dine.
I never thought I'd speak my true name again, Alex. Not since I began my new life. On that day, I, of my own free will, joined my fate with that of Althena's. Though, even if that meant losing everything I had attained, I had decided to believe in the future which she so fervently believed in, and to walk the path of hope which she tread. The Dragon Master known as Dine died on that day, and was reborn as Laika. I have never regretted what I did, Alex, not until Galleon became the Magic Emperor. Galleon is using his power to reawaken the goddess. Or even worse, trying to become a god himself. The only ones capable of ending this are those to whom Althena entrusted the future. That is you! Our fate is in our hands? The Dragon Master isn't just Althena's protector, Alex, but a protector of all that Althena has created. If your love for Luna and for the world Althena created is true, awaken this blade from its slumber and become a true Dragon Master. A true Dragon Master? You mean the dirty old sword that's been stuck in Dine's monument since forever? It may be old, but it's not dirty, Nall. It's Althena's sword. The weapon I wielded long ago. Sealed away until that day when one who is pure of heart would appear. Come on, Alex, give it a yank. Being near this sword is starting to make my whiskers stand on end and my heart feel like it's gonna burst. I believe the goddess Althena has given us control of our own destiny. What happens to us and our world depends entirely on our own actions. We have to work together and show the goddess that her faith in us was not misplaced. You're right, Mia. We have to stick together. We have to defeat Galleon. We must show him that we can create a wonderful future for ourselves. So what the goddess wanted us to learn is that we have to take care of ourselves. That's pretty obvious even to a simpleton like myself. How nice of you to finally admit your disability, Kyle. Jess, I was just saying... forget it. Twisted, isn't it? The goddess became a human, and now Galleon wants to become a god. Galleon is on the mother of all power trips. And we're the only ones who can pull his plug. Alex, it's time for you to become the Dragon Master so we can go rescue that babe of a woman of yours. Seriously. And any man who can't get a woman unless he kidnaps her is beyond pathetic. What Galleon has done to Luna is unforgivable. And any guy who thinks he can keep such a beauty all to himself is a selfish creep. I'm thinking a little payback is in order. What do you say? Alrighty. I believe that you are strong enough to claim this sword, Alex. Waking the sacred blade from its slumber means to stand as the chosen warrior for all of humanity. Luna. There we go. Alex, you look great! And you look 10 times stronger. No, like that 100 times. So are we ready to beat the hell out of Galleon or what? Oh yeah. Let us believe in the power of humanity. The power that Althena entrusted to every one of us. But how are we gonna get to the Azura city of Althena? Not even the airship can fly high enough to reach it. It's impossible. The legend spoke of the Dragon Master astride his great dragon, soaring into the heavens. But the last of the dragons have now been lost forever. Oh, ha, ha, ha. Alex's dragon has been with him the whole time. Isn't that right, Null? Null? You're really a dragon? Yeah. I understand now, Alex. After all this time, I finally know what I am. An incredible power has awakened within me, and its flame has become unquenchable. Let's go to the Azura city and rescue Luna. Yo! Yeah. How do I look, Alex? Pretty cool, huh? You're definitely bigger. But since when do flying cats turn into dragons? This world is closer to extinction than I thought. Hurry, Null. Luna is waiting for us. Oh, Galleon. Why has it come to this? What I would have given for you to understand the power of humanity. Althena's future now rests in your hands, Alex. There it is, the Azura city of Althena.
Holy mother of places! Could this thing be any bigger?
So this is the Azure City of Althena? We never learned about this at school, that's for sure.
Oh yeah? Are you sure they didn't discuss it on one of those days when you cut class?
At least I went to school, meathead.
Hey, you two, knock it off right now! Look down there. The wasteland is spreading everywhere.
All of the magic of this world is being drained away by the Azure City. If this continues much longer, the entire world will be just like the frontier.
It's time to put an end to this.
Alrighty. Sorry if the ride was a little bumpy, everyone. I'm still getting used to these new wings. You did a great job, Null. Any ride we can walk away from is a good one. Now, Alex, promise you'll let me get in a few good licks before you finish Galleon. What are we waiting for, Alex? Let's rescue Luna and bring her home. You read my mind, Null. Alrighty. Oh, what the fuck? Death Warriors. Shot Lance. Do I have it equipped? Did it equip it for me? Yes, it did. I can... Yeah, there we go. Four Dragon Blade. Shot Lance. Spellcaster. Freeze Blast. Cold Blow. Cold Blow. Cold Blow. Freeze Blast. Cold Blow. Cold Blow. Freeze Blast. There we go. Alright, spellcasters are very dangerous. Okay, which way do I want to go? Oops. I don't know. That looked like a big room. There's a chest there. But it wants me to... Yeah. Okay. Death Warriors aren't awful. You know what? Just AI it. Shot Lance. Shot Lance. There we go. Got him. Occur armor. That is Kyle. There we go. Alrighty. What's over here? I don't know. I don't fucking know. That's a couple of rooms. Chest. Fire Knuckle. Ow. Shot Lance. Ow. Shot Lance. Dead. Got him. Dragon Staff. Harness Dragon's power. Perfect. Perfect. There we go. Arcane Garment. Oh, wait, beam armlet? Okay. Perfect. Palladium robe? Palladium robe. Weakens the evil forces. Alrighty. Is something wrong, Null? Over there! Luna! Alex! Galleon was distracted with preparations for some sort of magic ritual, so I took matters into your own hands and escaped. Good work. You're a brave woman, Luna. Let's leave this place, Alex. Luna, we can't do that. Don't you realize Galleon is trying to become the supreme leader? Ruler? If we don't stop him, he'll take over the world. What's wrong with that, Null? I don't see the problem. Luna? Whether it's Althena or Galleon, we need someone to lead us. You can't let such wretched human beings fumble about searching for purpose. We should be thanking Galleon for taking this enormous responsibility upon himself, not trying to stop him because of our misguided fears. Who the... You're not Luna. Show yourself. What was that? Shoot. Royce! What have you done to us, filthy wench? I've cursed you all with my magic, that's all. Oh, you poor creatures. You cursed us? Oh, yes, and with a very, very nasty one, too. In fact, the only way for you to remove my little spell is to defeat me. But the likelihood of that is, well, next to none. I'll be waiting for you above, so don't disappoint me with your efforts. Then again, you may just die along the way. Royce! Pleasant dreams, everyone. If you fail to wake up, then I guess your rest will be an eternal one. What spell did she cast on us, Alex? I don't feel any different. There's a chest, but there's also a way forward. Ah, fuck. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, fuck me. Holy mace. Okay. Okay, they both connect. Oh, hey, no one fell asleep. Beautiful. Perfect. Starlight Bow. Legendary Bow of Light. Got him. Angel's Tear, but you can't carry anymore. Got it. Okay. Silverlight. Oh, that looks different. And if things look different, that means something. Alrighty. Looks like we passed your little test, you tattooed she-devil. Infidels, why do you fight instead of succumbing to the destiny I have foreseen? Because we know that our destiny is not under your control, Royce. I'm afraid you're swimming in denial, dear child. As the tide is rising, I shall permit you to glimpse your end in a manner you cannot deny. How pitiful. Your fortunes are nothing but nonsense. That's right, you show us what you wish to happen. But you have no power over us, Royce. Our future is our own. The future isn't something to be told, it's something to be created. Silence. You shall pay a heavy price for your insolence. And I have come to collect your debt. Royce. He is covered in fire. Vigor. Go ahead and Divine Litany. Power up. Shoot Lance. Ow, that was a lot of damage. She's dead as fuck. Ah. Okay. So, for Dragon Blade. Miracle her. Shining Blade.
Lend me your power!
Got him. Cross bridge. Ow, wow, 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 wow. For Dragon Blade. Awesome. Appreciate it. Sword. Thunderbolt. Calm Litany. Ice Geyser. Power Slash.
Freeze!
Yep, she is weak to it. That's what I thought.
Lend me your power!
Flame Bind. Shoot Lancer. Fuck.
Freeze!
Thank you, Nash. Or not Nash, I'm sorry, Null. You both have N's in your names.
Freeze!
Flame Bind. Sucks that that keeps happening to Nash, but of all people, I'm glad it's Nash. Compared to literally everyone else, Nash does the least amount of damage at the moment.
Freeze!
Yeah! A lot of experience. Everyone gets a level up. Impossible. Can't be. Well, I guess what they say is true. Fortune tellers really can't see into their own futures. Yo. Okay. Dragon Master, thou who wishes to gain passage within the Goddess Tower. Think back and recall how you met each of the 4 dragons. Your memories of those encounters shall be required to successfully navigate this area of the Azura City. Oh, there's a gem. There's a colored gem. I met the white one first, if that's what you mean. Teleporters. I then met the red dragon. Spectral shot. Ow. I then met the blue dragon. I then met the black dragon. Which means I have to go backwards. Oh god, what? I'm back at the beginning. I met the blue. Okay. It's the first time I've met defeat. Blue. Alrighty. The Goddess Tower. Fuck you. There we go. Okay. Blackstone. Blackstone. There we go. Progress. Blackstone? Okay. Hero's Armlet. Gives power of Enhajar. Oh god, they lead to different rooms. Okay. Another dragon. Avatar robe. Worn by legendary avatar. Okay. There we go. Silverlight. Advent Armlet. Althena's Armlet. Okay. The one without a gemstone. Okay. Middle one. Oh, this one has a gemstone. And then the white dragon. Spirit Talisman. All elemental attacks halved. Okay. Okay. There's the center, but there's these stairs over here. Gives me the Nameless Sword. Passed down through ages. This does nothing, so center. Okay. Got him. Stairs. Down the stairs. Teleporter? Server light. I do not want you. That does nothing. Okay, teleporter. Okay. Wait, that doesn't do anything. Because it's not on. Damn it. Okay. Okay. Okay, which ones have I done? I've done the bottom one. I've done the one on the right, I think. What about the very top? Okay, this is different. I'm scared. Okay. There's just... Okay, now I'm definitely scared. This is it, Zenobia. No more running away. Not after what you did to my father. Today's the day I wipe you from existence. Your words and the words of your miserable father have no meaning to me. My only care and desires for the affections of Galleon. Dear, sweet Galleon. For he is the only being capable of saving this world from chaos. None of you can fathom the extent to which Galleon is grieved for the plight of this world, nor what he has sacrificed to rebuild it from its fallen state. I will not be concerned with the fate of those who refuse to see what Galleon has done for them. Are you trying to say that Galleon, who wishes to rule over the world for his own ends, is right? I cannot accept that. Then tell me, if you know so much better, who is it that will stand and lead this world? The only thing Galleon is leading us into is slavery. And I'd sooner die than have someone tell me what I can and can't do with my life. Galleon's ambitions are a turn for the worse, not better. That's right. We don't need a god or a goddess dictating our every move. We have each other to rely on. You're talking nonsense. How dare you doubt the wisdom of Lord Galleon? This is what happens to the children of the world without someone to guide them. Zenobia, Bah, you had my fill. I've had my fill of your foolish delusions. The time is at hand for me to bury you eternally in the abyss of doubt and regret. What's happening? Your own dark doubts and desires shall be your most cruel executioner. Farewell, miserable children. Where am I? Who are you? I am what you most fear. I am you. What? That's right, Jessica. I'm the real you. The one you keep hidden deep inside. Are you really me? That's right, Kyle. Have you forgotten we are one and the same? I want you to stop trying to fight this useless battle. We know Galleon's unbeatable, don't we? Yes, admit it. What are you talking about? Come on, Kyle. You can't lie to other people, but you can lie to other people, but you can't lie to yourself, pal. All you want to do is have fun and imbibe the sweet nectar of womankind. You know it's true. It's all we've ever wanted. Do we care about the fate of the world? Hell no. We just want to squeeze in as much merrymaking as we can out of our days. The future of this world and everyone in it are none of our concern, right? So, let's get back to Nanza, where we can eat, drink, and be disgustingly promiscuous. And leave the rest of this saving the world nonsense to anyone else but us. We hate the responsibility that's been placed upon us by everyone, because we've never had confidence in ourselves. Everyone assumes that we're going to lead the Magic Guild, that we want to follow in our mother's footsteps. But does anyone care about what we want, Mia? Has anyone ever cared? Of course not. No one knows how weak we really are. Too scared to be a leader. Too weak to fight. You have to agree with me, Nash, because you are me. We know about leadership. We know about we know that strong people are needed to guide weak ones. We see it every day at the Magic Guild under the guise of teaching. And we know that we're one of the strong ones. We're a shepherd, Nash, not a sheep. Why do you continue to hesitate? Galleon himself has acknowledged our power. We must join with him again and help Galleon rule our world as our new god. Think of the power he'll grant us, Nash. People will kneel in our presence. It's what we've always desired, Nash. And now it is within our grasp. Father has never really tried to understand us, Jessica. He's always forced us to live our life his way, to fulfill his dreams. What about the life we always wanted, Jessica? What about our dreams? No one understands the real us, Jessica. So why should we fight for them when all they've ever done is hold us back? Luna has abandoned us. That's not true. Luna has made her decision, and she chose Galleon. That's not true. Luna's not human, Alex. She's the goddess Althena. She's not the childhood friend Luna that we once knew. Luna will always be Luna. We must accept facts, Alex. The goddess has no use for weak mortals like us. Now that Luna is gone, we have no more reason to fight.
Mia, Kyle, Nash, Jessica, Alex. You can't give in to these illusions. You must remember everything you've gained from this journey. This is the strength of the human heart the goddess Althena and Dime believed in. I know you all now understand its importance. It's time to show that strength and overcome these visions of despair.
I can't carry on. I won't be deceived by this illusion. My dad has never forced me to do anything. Not once. And I've never had to hide who I am from him. When I'm outside, I run wild and free. And when I'm inside, I behave as a lady should. My father was a pirate and my mother a noble woman. I have inherited the blood of both my beloved parents. My father understands this, and so do my friends. No one has ever held me back from being myself. Yeah, I like to have fun. Okay, I love to have fun. But this adventure has taught me that there are times when I have to get serious. And there's nothing more serious than what's going on here right now. Besides, it's gonna be hard to have fun when the world's been destroyed. I have to fight so that future generations are free to freeload. All my life, I've allowed my fear to control me. I was always afraid that my mother would consider me a failure. Always afraid that I wasn't good enough or strong enough to lead the Magic Guild. But I realized that my fear wasn't only affecting myself. If I couldn't face my fear, other people would be hurt. So I've resolved to be strong, not just for myself, but for the people I care about, and for those that care about me. We can't value people only for their power, magic, or wealth. We have to value all people for everything they have to offer. And when we work together, we can achieve anything. This is what I have finally been able to understand through my journey. Together, my friends and I shall press forward. Well, well. You managed to escape the maze of your wretched inner selves. All of you except for the Dragon Master, that is. Ha! Don't worry about Alex. He'll break free of your feeble magic. He's the strongest one among us. He'll never give up until he rescues Luna, you hag. Alex draws strength from the faith we have in him. And I draw strength from knowing how hard he's going to kick your whiny butt. Luna! You fool. Haven't you heard a word we said? Lunar's beyond your reach. If we try to pursue her, we'll be killed as well. Don't you dare stand in my way, Alex. Run away, Alex. Run away and never come back. Doesn't matter what happens to Luna anymore. Luna! Luna betrayed us. If you stay here, you'll be killed. Go now. Get out of here, Alex. Run away before it's too late for both of us. I won't run away. I will save you, no matter what it takes. There you are, Alex. We were just telling Zenobia here that it won't matter if she begs you for mercy. To hell with you, Alex. To hell with all of you. Zenobia, Luna came to us in this world not as the goddess Althena, but as a human being. I know that her decision was the right one, and I'll fight to defend it until the end. Lord Galleon, I will not let them pass. Even if it means at the expense of my own life. They shall not pass. Zenobia. Sonic Boom. Ow, wow, 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 wow. Okay. Ow! Ow! Aura shot. Ow!
Blaze!
Okay.
Lend me your power! Blaze! Lend me your power!
Aura shot. Chaos Wave. Ow!
Blaze! Lend me your power! Blaze! Lend me your power!
Yeah! Good, good. No, this can't be. Lord Galleon always told me that humans were ugly and weak. Impossible. Galleon could never be wrong. I failed you, my lord. Please, forgive me. I almost have pity for Zenobia. She truly loved Galleon despite who he has become. Yet her feelings were misguided. Ready. Are we here? I think we're here.
The time has arrived for you to correct that grievous error committed by your own hand 15 years ago, Goddess Althea.
Very well. As you command, Lord Galleon.
You were never meant to exist in the realm of mortals, Althena. Now in human form, your body deteriorates, and eventually your soul will fade from existence. But your divine power shall not, for its existence is eternal in nature, being inherited from one god to another throughout all eternity. Go forth, Althena. The time has come to fulfill your destiny. As you desire, Lord Galleon. Luna! Oh yes, Dragon Master Alex. Let her go, Galleon. I'm sorry to say that your simple request must be denied. Unfortunately for you, the object of your desire has a destiny more powerful than your meaningless affection. Althena's sacrifice will bring forth the advent of a new god. The advent of a new god? Yes, this world can only be unified by one who holds absolute power within their grasp. 15 years ago, the goddess ignored this basic truth and was reborn as a human child, placing their belief in the potential of the human heart. Yet such utter foolishness was her imprudent choice. Althena and Dine willfully cast aside their duty to protect this world, and our world has paid the price for their selfish desires. But now I possess the ability to correct the grievous error that they foolishly enacted. Behold the power of the salvation I shall deliver. Luna! End this madness now, Galleon. Of all the people in this room, you certainly must know that it's much too late to turn back. In order to reclaim the magic Althena released into the world following her rebirth as a human, her body is essential, as it acts as the key to reverse the process of transmigration. That's it? For some measly power? You're willing to end Luna's life? Answer me, Galleon. For some measly power, you ask? It's quite clear that you fail to grasp the inner workings of our world. Concepts like the necessity of leadership are far beyond your childish comprehension. All you ever done is dream, fantasize, really, of your great adventures. So let me educate you about the universal truth which you seem to have overlooked. It is power. Absolute power, which is the fundamental element of all things in this world. It won't be long until all of Althena's power, or Luna's power, if you like, is mine. And when the last wisp of her magic has been siphoned away from this world, Luna's existence will cease to be, and I will stand as the new god of this world in her stead. Alright, Galleon. I've had just about enough of your trash talking. I've never needed anyone to tell me what to do, especially not a complete nutcase like you. Human beings don't need to be controlled to be happy. That's right, and that's why the goddess entrusted us with the power to make our own futures. We're not letting you take her precious gift away from us. I believed in you once, Galleon. I thought what you were doing was right. But now I realize just how wrong you were. Galleon, is power the only thing that's left for you to believe in? Haven't you realized that there's no such thing as perfect power? By your own actions, you have already proven yourself corrupted by it. The mere idea of absolute power has driven you to do unspeakable things. Don't you understand, Galleon? Don't you understand that the only person who wants the world as it was is you? It can't be helped if I have a greater understanding of what the world needs than Althena. While the goddess remained absent from her tower, I watched, galled at the plight of her children as they struggled to survive without her rule. What you call freedom, Alex, I deem cruelty. What will guide this world if it has no god, Alex? What will save it from itself? Our world doesn't need a god to shelter us from hardship. It's the very struggle that makes her gift to us precious. Her belief in us is proof enough that we're worthy of our freedom. And it's the potential of the human heart which Althena so fervently believes in. What will shape the world of tomorrow? That will shape the world of tomorrow, not you.
What complete and utter nonsense. Perhaps you should demonstrate the power that gives you such confidence. Then once and for all, we will see who is fit to be the supreme ruler and who is dead!
Those who underestimate the strength of the human heart are destined to fail. And that means you, Galleon!
Magic Emperor.
Lend me your power!
Tornado?
Lend me your power!
Okay. Good. Chaos Shield? I have no idea what that did. Terrified. Did it shield him from all magic? Is that it? It did. It shielded him completely. Does it only last one attack, or... It lasts all turn. That sucks. Completely wasted. Worm Crush. Ow. Alrighty. It's still there? Nitro Dagger. Ow. Oh god. When does it end? Hellwave. Ow. Worm Crush. Ow. Ah, finally. Worm Crush. Chaos Shield. You motherfucker. Fate Storm. Ow! Siphon Soul. Ow. Hellwave. Ow. There we go. Alright, we're actually doing damage again. Man, Chaos Shield sucks. Ah, he died. Damn it. That's right, I had to revive him. So I need to endow and power up again. Rock Crush. Ow. Rock Crush. Ow. Dragon Healing. Endow Weapon. Power up. Power up. Worm Crush. That attack isn't that bad. And normal attacks aren't bad either. Okay. So, 4 Dragon Blade. Electricity, Calm Litany, Inferno, Shine Blade.
Lend me your power! Blaze!
Yo! Worm Crush. Hell Wave. Ow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. And then we do that one. We do that. We do Calm Litany. We do Inferno. We do Power Slash.
Lend me your power!
Okay.
Blaze!
Ow. Blast Losic. That didn't do anything. Why didn't that do anything? Blast Losic. You know, I forgot Dragon Guard was a thing. Yo! We did it.
This is impossible. How could I? The one who holds the ultimate power of a god actually be defeated? No! No! This cannot be!
We did it, Alex! We finally defeated Galleon! Luna's gonna be alright now, won't she, Alex? Galleon, why couldn't you see the light? This nightmare for Luna is finally over. We defeated Galleon once and for all. Come on, Alex, let's go! Yes, to save Luna. When I think about a world without the goddess Althena, well, it makes me nervous. But it also makes me feel proud of what she believed in, that she believed so strongly in us, Alex. And I want to earn her trust. I want to build a wonderful future for our world. By working together with all of you. The Magic Guild will easily be restored to its former glory as long as I'm involved with it. Nash, that's what I would have said if I was the way I used to be. Oh, you scared me. Sorry about that. Nash, I've never seen you laugh like this before. I like it. I just don't feel as nervous as I used to be, Mia. I don't feel like I need to prove anything. I used to be kind of arrogant, wasn't I? Kind of would be kind of an understatement, Nash. But now you're a pretty cool guy. Go get Luna back, Alex, and we'll start building our future together. 15 years ago, Althena and Dine made the decision to change their lives forever. It's not that Galleon didn't understand that decision. He just didn't want to understand it. He loved Althena, I'm convinced of it, and he was jealous of the Dragon Master. His heart was wounded, and his beliefs were shaken when she chose to become human. And he must have felt like his world was falling apart. And that must have been when he decided to take on the power of a god himself. I can understand how Galleon felt, because I am a weak person myself. Don't say that, Mia. You're not weak at all. At least not like me. That's not what I mean, Nash. Everyone has weakness in their heart. The goddess shielded us from our weakness when she took care of us. But she realized that we could work together to overcome it. That we could turn our weakness into our strength. I wish Galleon had been able to recognize that. After all she's been through, Luna needs you more than ever. Go to her, Alex. Comfort her, and show her your love. Galleon, despite being marked as evil by those around you, you managed to stand fast in your beliefs to the bitter end. And for that, I truly admire you. But the real tragedy of this story is that you never found the courage to believe in anybody but yourself. And being the only right person in this world is in and of itself a near impossibility. What are you mumbling about, Jess? If you have something to say, then say it. I was just noticing how smart you are when you want to be. Yes, I've always been smart. I just dumb myself down so you can understand me. Oh, right, Kyle. We should have used the contents of your head to inflate Might's airship. Oh, yeah? Well, yours too. Oh, great comeback, Kyle. That's one. That one's right up there with your famous "I'm rubber, you're glue" defense. No more yelling, please. Come on, Alex. Stop talking to me and start making some sweet music with Luna. Or better yet, just kiss the girl. I wonder if Galleon did all this because he truly cared about the world. Or if he did it out of lust for power in order to rule over everyone as the Magic Emperor. I guess we'll never know for certain, Alex. But there is one thing I'm very sure about. Your love for Luna is far greater than Galleon's power over her ever was. I'm a little jealous of Luna. Unlike some guys, you're not embarrassed to show your love for her. Something the matter, Jess? I detect some discontent from that grumbling in your voice. Yes, something is the matter. Would it kill you to hold my hand once in a while? Come on, Jess, you know I hate public displays of affection. When I see other couples doing that, I always think to myself, get a room. I'm talking about holding my hand, Kyle, not making out. There's a difference. Yeah, there is. You never want to make out. Alright, knock it off, the both of you. I'll resolve my problems with Kyle later. After you stop putting off your destiny and go get Luna. You were one of the 4 heroes, Galleon. You were one of my heroes. And you were Dragon Master Dine's best friend. How could you? I don't hate you for what you've done, Galleon. I pity you. Come on, Alex, don't worry about him anymore. Worry about Luna. You're right. Let's go. I don't have hate for you. Hold on, Luna. I'm coming. What was that? It was Luna. You humans are forbidden to approach. Luna? I am Althena, the goddess of supreme authority who rules this world. How dare you desecrate my inner sanctum? Leave this place at once or be destroyed by your ignorance. Alex, what happened to Luna? She doesn't know who we are. That isn't Luna. Well, it seems as though the world needs a god after all. Didn't we break enough of your bones, Galleon? Or is there a few left for us to snap? I have no need to fight you again, when I have already emerged victorious. One? How could you say that? Because, collecting the magic of the world as we awakened the goddess within Luna. Better yet, her memories of dying, of being reborn as a human, have been erased. Once more, our world is under the control of absolute power. No, you're lying to us. You're wrong.
Behold, the deity of our world, and the one who you are bound to serve. Now, I order you to kneel before the goddess and submit to her will, Dragon Master!
I will save you, Luna. I'm going to take you home. I'm going to take you back to our home in Berg. Alex, I need you all to stay here. This is something I have to do alone. Good idea, Alex. I'm ready when you are. Null, you stay here too. Oh, okay, Alex. Alex, I've learned a lot of valuable lessons on our trip, but I just figured out the most important one of all. Whatever happens, we have to fight for the ones we love, because love is the greatest of Althena's gifts. It's the source of everything. Show her your love, Alex. Prove it, Alex. Prove to Galleon that love is the ultimate power. Galleon says that Luna has forgotten all of her memories, but I know he's lying. He used his evil magic to hide away that part of her mind, just as he did with my mother. I know you can bring those memories back, Alex. You've always had the power to do so. I'll never give up on you, Alex. I will always believe. Good luck, Alex. Luna will remember you, Alex. She will remember the love you feel and the love you share. You heard her, Alex. She'll kill you if you go up there. But I know that nothing she says is going to stop you. Anyhow, putting your life on the line for the woman you love is what it's all about, Alex. I'd do the same thing for Jess if she was here instead of Luna. There's nothing your head can do to stop your heart, is there? Good luck, Alex. Good luck. All I can say is try and make her remember who you are, what you meant to her. Hey, remember that fairy tale where the prince wakes up the sleeping princess with a kiss? You should try it with Luna. And when you wake her up, can she kiss me? Because I'm real tired of being a frog. There's only one thing I can do to help you through this, and that's to tell you that I believe in you. Save her, Alex. Don't be afraid, Alex. Tell her how much you love her. And if you can't do it with words, I'm sure you'll find another way to reach her. Luna is waiting for you, Alex. Because she loves you, and you love her. Everything's going to be alright now. I know you can awaken her memory somehow. I know you can revive her heart. I've known you and Luna all your lives. I know that nothing can come between you. Not even Galleon's magic. Remove yourself from my holy presence at once, or suffer the swift consequences, human. How dare you ignore my words, Dragon Master? You serve me, and you will obey me. You ignore the will of your goddess at your peril, infidel. I shall not warn you again, Dragon Master. Leave here or forfeit your soul. What are you doing? Stay back. I said stay back, human. Do not disobey your god, Alex. If you continue in your belligerence, you will be stripped of all your power just as Dine was. Is that what you desire, Dragon Master? That is of little consequence to me, Luna. Alex?
Luna! But why?
You were not supposed to have come here, Alex.
Luna, I came here to take you home.
Though Galleon has perished, now that the Azure City of Althena has been reactivated, it cannot be stopped. If it is allowed to continue its course, all of Lunar will become as lifeless as the wasteland of the frontier. But if this body dissipates, the magic it's absorbing will run out of control with enough force to destroy the entire city.
No!
I'm so sorry, Alex. I must stay here for you. For Lunar.
I am not giving up! And you can't either, no matter how hopeless things may seem. We've come too far to fail. Let us believe in the power that resides in our hearts, Luna. Let us believe in the hope entrusted to each one of us, and in the brilliant future before us! I know we'll find a way to overcome this if we trust in our hearts and work together, Luna.
Alex, no! You'll be killed! Alex! But how?
Luna, just as destiny brought us together, it is also destiny, which will never keep us apart.
Alex!
What's going on up there? Can't see a damn thing. What if Alex has been... Don't say that, Kyle. Don't you even think that. Alex will be fine. I'm sure of it. Look, the magic isn't flowing inward any longer. Now it's reverse direction. This is not good. Quick as a whip as usual, Jess. Are you alright, Mia? Yes, Nash. We have to get out of here. I agree with Mia. We have to get out of here or we're done for. We have to go now. Alex and Lunar are still up there. We can't leave until we know if they're alive. They're alive, and they'll make it out of here just fine. How do you know that, Null? I'm sorry, but I'm not going anywhere until I... No offense, Jess, but I think we should listen to the cat. But, Kyle, I can feel in my heart that Alex and Luna are all right. Please, believe me. Null, here we go.
I believe in you, Alex. I know you'll rescue Luna. And then we'll all be able to return back to Berg together.
Yo!
Oh, Alex, Luna.
You dumb kid, Alex. This time you went too far.
Alex and Luna sacrificed their own lives to save this world from destruction.
Poor Alex and Luna. They're gone forever. Oh, Alex.
How's this even possible? Whoa.
Alex! Luna! Thank goodness you're all right!
We did it. It's all over.
We were so worried about you. Luna. Thanks, Jessica. I'm so happy to see you all. It's so good to see you.
Did all right, Alex. Did all right.
Maribia. So good to be back here, Alex. It's so wonderful to smell the ocean on the breeze. It's wonderful just to see you smiling again. You're not too tired, are you, Luna? I'd forgotten how long the journey was. Tired? No. Hungry? Yes. Get me and my hollow tummy to the nearest fish market. Oh, no. Glad you have your priorities straight, Null. Why are you guys laughing? I can hear all your stomachs rumbling, too. We're not just laughing at your endless appetite, Furball. We're laughing because it feels good. Exactly. It's been so long since I felt this joyful. Yes, that's the word, joyful. I don't mean to be rude, but I have to run to the mansion. When we killed Zenobia, we broke the spell she placed on my dad. I can't wait to see him. And, I think I'll be running off myself. And just where do you think you're going, brigand boy? Wherever you're going, Love Muffin. Are you up to something, Kyle? Sure you are. But I don't have time to figure out what it is. Come on, hurry up. Hold on, wait a second. At least let me comb my hair before Mel sees me. Come visit me after you've got some rest, you guys. I'll be waiting for you. Bye. My mother is waiting for Nash and me on Blackrose Street. I'm going to tell her about all that's happened. And hopefully use that info as we discuss how to reconstruct the Magic Guild. Reconstruct the Magic Guild and rebuild Vane? That would be wonderful, Mia. It will be wonderful, Nash. Buildings can always be rebuilt and replaced over time. Human lives are far more precious. You're right, Mia. As always. Let's hurry. Mother is waiting. Alex, Luna, and Null, come see us before you leave, alright? She's right as always. Don't go before saying goodbye. Mia, I'm sure your mother won't be offended if we don't run to Blackrose Street. Hey, Alex, why don't we go and see Ramus? I bet his business is booming. That's a wonderful idea, Null. I haven't seen him for such a long time. Well then, let's stop talking and start walking. Alex, if we're headed back to Berg, we'll need to take the Orca from Maribia. Don't tell me you were ready to embark on another adventure. Alex, I can see it in your eyes. You are ready for adventure. Perhaps later, alright? I might have horrible sense of directions, but it was better than Galleon's at least. Once he stumbled off the path of morality, he never found his way back. Althena is gone, so the people of Maribia should remove the statue of Althena. We don't need her power to survive anymore. We only need the power within ourselves. This is the way Althena would have wanted it. I agree. World without Althena. I don't want to think about this. When I leave my own children, I'm going to tell them all about the 5 heroes who saved the world. I'll tell them how you saved us all and how you came to spoke to me personally about your victory. Listen to her, not Alex. It's like you're a celebrity. It is just as the Wind Spirit told me. When the new Dragon Master is born, the world will be filled with light. Alex's face has been filled with light ever since he rescued Luna. Quiet, you. You're blushing, Alex. How adorable. Thanks to you, Alex, everyone's face is filled with radiant light. The Wind Spirit sings your praises to me. I am Nash, the 2nd greatest magician in the Magic Guild. Cower before me, peasants. What? Who's the best? Her name is Mia. Mia Elsa. Hubba hubba. This kid does the best Nash I've ever heard. Our first child is going to be half human and half beastman, just like Jessica Alkirk. I decided that if we have a baby girl, we're going to name her Jessica. And what if you have a boy? If it's a boy, just the same. We'll name him Jessica too. I can't wait to see Jessica's face when she hears this. We just hope our little Jessica grows up to be as strong and kind as Jessica Alkirk. I wonder what happened to the Vile Tribe now that Galleon is gone. I wish we could live in peace with the Vile Tribe as we do with Beastmen. Forget about worshipping Althena. Ramus is my new god, and I am his willing disciple. You think he'd set me up with one of his sales girls if I brown-nosed him every chance I got? Wait. Ramus is the new god, and I am his willing... Wahahaha. I sense something very strange about this man, Alex, and very depraved. I was angry when I heard about Ramus giving items to the Dragon Master, but then I realized I was being an idiot. Ramus did the right thing. Telling my friends all about Ramus' store. After I helped the Dragon Master, he deserves the business of everyone in Maribia. I think Ramus owes us a cut of his profits for all the business we brought him. Welcome to Ramus' store. Celebrate the salvation of our world by spending your brains out. I don't believe it. When our customers found out that Ramus gave your stuff for free, they applauded his actions. You've made up twice as much in profit as we lost from the items you took. Ramus is a genius. Ramus has asked me to help him open up new stores across the Marius region. I'm honored that he trusts me with such a huge responsibility, especially considering my past. It's good to see that Ramus has learned how to forgive. Green Eyes, I guarantee that you'll want this item. I've never seen anything like it myself. Luna! You look great. I knew you and Alex would be together again. Look at all the customers I have today. And I owe it all to you, Alex. Everyone wants to shop at the store where the mighty Dragon Master shopped. Ah. Wow, I just can't get over how happy you two look. I hope I feel that strongly about another person someday. I've been thinking about how this all began, Alex. If I hadn't convinced you to go with me to the White Dragon Cave that day, Luna wouldn't have been kidnapped and the world would have stayed at peace? I'm just kidding, Ramus. If you hadn't taken us to the cave, Alex would have never fulfilled his destiny. You're a trickster and all, but you're funny. Alex, I wanted to come with you to Berg, but I'm too busy to get away from here just yet. Please tell my father and my nanny I say hello. Tell them I'm fine. Oh, hey, Alex, check this out. Got it just for you. Luna Bromide 1. The least I could do for someone who lent me money. Come back here later and I should have some more. Hey, Alex, I got some great stuff on sale. It doesn't come cheap, I'm sorry. It'll cost you above price. Promise these items are worth every silver coin. Oops. Sleepy Smile, Rise and Shine. I really do have a lot of good stuff in here, Alex. Come on and buy something. You bought all of my special items. I don't think I've got any more of them in stock. Alex, what are you and Ramus whispering to each other about? I bet you two are planning to go on another adventure without me. Can't believe you do something like that after all that's happened. I'm sorry, Luna. Oh, Alex, I forgot how much I love to tease you. I need to work hard to make this story even more successful. I won't rest until I have all the money in Maribia. So we got Sleepy Smile. How did he get this? And then Rise and Shine. It's all just them sleeping. Or waking up. From sleeping. How did he get this stuff? In the morning light is... Okay. Probably all the bromides. Unless there's, like, one above, but, like, I've gotten all the lower ones. There was 4 Mia ones. Wait, I don't have just one. I feel like I've had just one before, though. Huh. Hang on. Where's the Reminiscer? There it is. Okay, I guess I missed one. I thought I had just one. I swear I did. At least at one point. Forget about worshipping Athena? Yeah, okay. Help. Ooh. Alrighty. I think we could safely declare Galleon was insane to take control of Althena, to try and make himself into a god. What Galleon did was wrong, but he wasn't insane. He always knew exactly what he was doing. He knew the consequences of his actions. I only wish he could have understood that the world didn't need his leadership, that the goddess gave humans the power to control their own destinies. I don't believe that people have the power to control their own fates. I believe that our lives are unaffected by forces beyond our understanding, by the whims of the gods. The Magic Emperor is gone and the world is at peace again. I'm grateful to the goddess for what she did. I'm going to Althena's shrine soon to offer my thanks and prayer. We should go there too. Dragon Master Alex, congratulations on defeating the Magic Emperor. Were any of my items particularly helpful in beating him, or were they all equally magnificent? We've never bought anything from your store. That we'll admit to. Royce might be a member of the Vile tribe, but so what? Jessica Alkirk's parents were a human and a beastman, and they got along just fine. That's why I'll wait for her forever if I have to. I know that we can make our relationship work. Perhaps we should tell them that Royce is never coming back. But then again, maybe we shouldn't. Oh, Royce, when will you Oh, whoa, you gotta be the finest piece of work that Althena's ever produced. Any chance you want to have a torrid affair with a third-rate magician? What a rude proposition. Royce, I want you. Royce, I need you. Royce, where are you? Weren't you just trying to hit on Luna a minute ago? The Magic Emperor is dead. This is great. Now I can help out with the reconstruction of Vane. And probably get to meet Mia Alsa in the process. Excellent. Alex, he's scaring me. I'd rebuild Vane all by myself if it meant I got to bask in Mia's glow. I'm told that Ramus's shop has some very unusual items in stock. My husband went there to see what's going on, but he hasn't returned yet, so it must be pretty good. Of course I saw it. A brilliant ray of light beaming towards the Alzura city of Althena. It was the 5 heroes and the Great White Dragon, wasn't it? You can call me Null, old man. It just doesn't sound right when you call me the White Dragon. Well, hello, Sir Null. How are you feeling on this beautiful day? Sir Null? Come on, old man, you're really embarrassing me. If you keep blushing like that, Null, you're going to turn into a red dragon. Ha ha ha. No one needs my weapons now that the world is at peace. So I've been thinking about going back to Vane and helping to rebuild. After all, I grew up there, and many of my best friends were left homeless after the crash. I think that's a wonderful idea. Alex and Null, don't you agree? You've helped me make up my mind. I'm leaving for Vane in the morning. It'll be strange not to own a business anymore, but Ramus's shop was going to drive me into bankruptcy anyway. Oh, you're the heroic young man who defeated the Magic Emperor. Did you find his weak spots? According to my predictions, they were his navel, his bad tooth, and his athlete's foot. Was I right? I'm afraid not, sir. Galleon's weakness was his heart. If he had been able to put faith in others, he would never have become the Magic Emperor. With his strength, he could have become the Dragon Master. Galleon a Dragon Master? Now that's a fascinating thought. Amazing how the course of history can be changed so dramatically by the actions of a single person. Hey, I'm going to help Majesty Mia with make Vane fly again, so that she'll teach me magic. Won't it be great? I hope that Nash doesn't get too jealous. I know that Galleon can never be forgiven for what he tried to do. I don't think his intentions were truly evil. Incredibly misguided, yes, but not malicious. He wanted to save us from ourselves. I can't say what kind of world we would have lived in under Galleon's rule. Whether the way he has chosen is the right one or not, I don't really know. But the world we are going to create from now on, that's the answer I believe. Yes, that's right. Yet if it were possible, I'd wish that he could have seen that world too. You know that Galleon... Oh dear, Jessica has come back home. I'm so relieved. And now it's time for us to get ready for the wedding. What's that? You don't know about our upcoming nuptials? It's alright. I'll catch everyone up by surprise. What? I think Jessica would have told us about this, pal. Well, no, because it's a surprise to her, too. I'm going to ask Mel for her hand in marriage. Now that is something I like to see, Alex. Oh, having Jessica as my wife will make me the luckiest man in the world. Right now, you're the dorkiest loser in the world. Each member of the Alsa family has the blood of a hero, and Mia has shown that it flows through her veins. Hell, Mel's child is much the same, of course, but he must be so proud of how she helped to save us all. If the world is ever at risk once more, we can call on them, on their kids. I bet Mia's child will be just as graceful as she is, Alex. I like to see her. Mia and her mom plan to share their wealth with those that lost their homes in the crash of Vane. They are quite kind for doing so, but the next child in the Alsa family might not feel the same. I don't think Mia and Lemia really care that much about money anyway. Mother, Majesty Lemia. I've always been proud of you, Mia, but never as proud as I am at this moment. You're more of a hero than I ever was, my daughter. As for you, Nash, I won't lie. You'll have to work very hard to regain my trust. Mia speaks highly of you, and I know how you care for her, so don't disappoint me again. Mother, I'm so happy. Oh, Mia, so am I. Mother, I promise I won't cry anymore when I'm worried, or when I'm afraid. Now that I have so many things to take care of, I can't afford to be weak, or show weakness. That's exactly right, Mia. That's how the new leader must be. What? Mother, what do you mean? Mia, it's obvious that my reign at the Magic Guild is over. It was my leadership that led to the corruption of the guild. And it was your actions that saved it and the world. Which person do you think has the trust and support of the people of Vane? I am confident in you, Mia. And after all you have done, you should be confident as well. Nash, I expect you to support Mia and obey her commands. What she does not need at this crucial time in the history of the guild is to be doubted. Yes, of course, Majesty Lemia. I will help Mia no matter what the circumstances. I would help her even if doing so meant the destruction of my very soul. Yes, well... Nash, Mia, I know that under your leadership, Vane will soar through the skies again. And the Magic Guild will be more magnificent than ever. Thank you, Nash. I love you. What? And you're right. With the help of Alex, Luna, Jessica, Kyle, and Nall, all the people I love, we will create a Magic Guild that everyone can join. Promise me you'll work as hard as you can. Oh, of course, Mia. Of course I will. I'll do anything for you. Aw, why the look of disappointment, Nash? You didn't really think Mia liked you that way, did you? I have to admit, I was afraid for our lives more than once on our adventure. But my magic has become more and more powerful much more powerful since we began, and I much enjoyed being able to study your relationship with Luna. I hope to apply the lessons I learned to my own relationship with Mia, to the reconstruction of the Magic Guild. Mia has asked me to be one of the teachers of the Magic Guild. Since I'm one of the 5 heroes, I'm certain to be popular with the female students. My poor desk will break under the strain of all the love letters piled onto it every morning. But of course Mia will be upset with me because of the constant repair bills. What will I do? You mean besides enjoying all the attention? Ha ha! Good to see you haven't changed at all, Nash. Feel relieved somehow, Alex. It's not going to be easy rebuilding Vane or the Magic Guild, but I'll do what I can. And with Mia directing my efforts, I know I'll have no lack of motivation. I don't think Mia will ever realize what motivates Nash. That's what makes them so much fun to watch. Alex, Luna, I hope you come back here soon. We need to talk about how to make our world an even better place than before, and protect it from anyone who might try what Galleon tried. We have lots of time to discuss these issues, the time we created by saving the world. It will be a long time before excuse me. It'll be a long time before I am as capable and respected a leader as my mother was. But with Nash to support me, I know my confidence will grow. There are so many changes I hope to make, but I have to focus on one at a time. To start with, Vane will no longer have a restricted entry policy. Anyone who wishes to visit or live in the Magic City will be warmly welcomed. I will also allow people in distant towns to request books from the Magic Library, and have them delivered by a network of couriers. I have so many more ideas, but I can tell you're getting bored. Wow, we're not bored, we're overwhelmed. Every day we have is a gift, and I want to use my days to make the world a better place for everyone. Alex and Nall, I hope you'll help me try to achieve that. Mia did it. She saved the world. I'm so proud. Alex, Luna, and Nall, thank you so much for all you have done. You have saved our world, and you have helped to awaken the strength within my daughter. Our most spectacular battle lies ahead of us, Mia. The battle to prove that we were right, and Galleon was wrong. To prove that we can bear our burdens and solve problems without divine intervention. And I know you will lead us proudly into that battle. Confident that our world will survive and thrive, Mia, and so should you. Consider, you and your friends saved the world from destruction, but are you ethereal beings? Not at all. You are ordinary people gifted with extraordinary courage. You found that courage in the desire to save your loved ones from slavery and death. The strength of human emotions is enough to overcome even the mightiest obstacle. I believe that Althena created us with this great power. And when she became human, it was because she trusted us to use it. Alex and Luna, we must never forget that each person holds the power to change the world. Okay. Oh, hello, Alex. Oh, hello, Alex. Vassia! Well, I really thought you were toast. I'm really happy to see you. Many members of the Vile Tribe have survived, and we intend to find a place in this new world. We know it won't be easy, and we know that we have to earn the trust of Althena's children. But just as Althena had faith in her children to do what was right, so does the Vile Tribe. Vassia. Where will you go, Vassia? When will we see you again? We will seek out a part of the green earth which has never been explored. We will make it our home, and we will be reborn in the light of the goddess. Goodbye, Alex. Goodbye, Luna. Do you think the Vile Tribe will find happiness, Alex? What am I saying? Of course they will! You're right, Nall. Everyone has a home in Althena's new world. And it's our time, and it's almost time for us to return to our home, together. Official proclamation, the mountain... Pay-per-view. Look at you, the boy from Berg who saved our world. Congratulations, my friend. When you return home, could you check on my daughter and make sure she's doing all right? The only thing that could possibly make me happier. No problem, old man, but I'm sure your little girl is just fine. Jessica has blossomed into such a lovely young woman. Mel must be feeling both pride and sadness. Just as my daughter did, Jessica will fall in love, get married, and leave her father's mansion. I do wish the best of luck to Jessica's future husband. Mel would be quite an intimidating father-in-law. I'd bet a stack of silver that Mel will be crying the hardest on his daughter's wedding day. Althena really existed, and so did the dragons. I didn't believe it. Now I know the world is filled with adventures. Now I know dreams can come true. You taught me how important it is to see the world with a child's wonder. Thank you, Alex. That's right, pal. Let's see some added appreciation for the saviors of the world, too. Tell me, Nall, how are you able to stay in the air with such a bloated ego? Tell me how important it is to see... Thank you, Alex. Okay. That strange object in the sky is gone. Now I can do as much laundry as I want. Alex, do you think she has a stroke? She'd have a stroke if we told her what was inside it? I am the goddess Althena. I alone control this world. Kneel before me and worship puny humans. Wait a minute, kid. You're not the goddess Althena. You're the singing goddess. Oh, really? Okay, can I sing a song for you? Pretty please? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Not bad, kid. You already got the makings of a future songstress. I always believed that Jessica would save us. She has the strength of Mel and the beauty of Althena herself. I thought you were gonna say she has the beauty of Mel. Watch your mouth, Nall. Jess would beat you to a pulp if she heard you say that. The flying cat behind you is actually the white dragon? I don't believe it. But I guess I have to. You know what? I'm gonna write a children's book all about the white dragon. I already have a story. Now all I need is a title. How about The Ugly White Kitten? You want to know the title of my book? The 100,000 silver libel lawsuit. If my book sells well, I can live off the royalties. After giving you a cut of the profits, Mr. Dragon Kitty. What? You're gonna give me money? Alex, now I can make my greatest wish come true. To buy an entire lake of fish. No, you'll never change. I should have realized that the future of our world lies with you children. You taught us adults a lesson we should have already learned. That together we can do anything. It wasn't us that taught you the lesson. It was Althena herself. And now that you've learned it, and now that we've learned it, we can create our new world. It was a harsh lesson that Althena taught us, but it was an important one. I understand that now. You children have to make sure that future generations don't have to pay such a toll for their knowledge. I guess those believe in the power of the human heart really can do anything, can't they? Jessica was able to save her father because she never stopped believing. And Alex was able to save Luna because he never stopped believing either. Welcome to the entrance hall of Master Mel's mansion. Mel is completely recovered from the spell. Please come in and say hello. Miss Jessica took Kyle with her to Master Mel's office. Her smile was blindingly bright. If I've learned one thing from all this, it's that I don't understand much about anything. The Magic Emperor is dead, but what about the fate of the Vile Tribe? I wonder what happened to them. If there are any left, I think the Dragon Master should kill them. I know it sounds harsh, but it's the only way to prevent this from happening again in the future. This wasn't the fault of the Vile Tribe. Galleon used them like he used Luna. I bet Fascia took the tribe someplace safe. I hope we can see them again someday. Magic Emperor is dead, but what about the fate of the Vile Tribe? I wonder we got a racist in the midst. Now that the world is safe, we can start Jessica's domestic education. Let's start with the basics. Do you think she knows how to boil water? Let's skip to the part where you teach her how to cook fish. We had to teach Jessica how to cook, especially if she'll soon have to have a husband to feed. Nothing keeps a man at home like home cooking. Jessica and Kyle, husband and wife. Peace has returned, and so has Master Mel's appetite. I think I'll need someone just to help me carry Mel's grocery list to the store. I'm glad we were able to stop Galleon. We should have known that good always triumphs over evil. I don't know if I would describe him as evil. He was doing what he felt was best for our world. Not out of evil, but out of misguided beliefs. I just can't believe that someone who cares about this world would do such an awful thing. It makes absolutely no sense to me. Oops. See, I knew you were the real Dragon Master. I never doubted you for a moment. But why are you wearing those moth-eaten clothes instead of all your fancy armor? Because our world doesn't need a Dragon Master anymore, does it, Alex? Kyle, Jessica, what's up? You're going to meet Master Mel? How wonderful. Well, it would be wonderful if Kyle wasn't being such a butthead about it. He's too afraid of my dad to tell him how we feel about each other. Isn't that right, Kyle? Well, not exactly, Jess. It's just what? I'd feel weird intruding on such an emotional moment between you and your father. I don't want to be the cause of any weird vibes. Besides, to Mel, I'm like an arch-rival battling it out for his daughter's affections. Oh, Kyle. You're just being silly. Now come on and hurry it up. Hey! Jessica! Dad! Oh, Jessica, my sweet, wonderful daughter. I'm so glad you're alright. I never thought I'd hold you in my arms again. Dad. Oh, Dad, I missed you so much. What a wonderful moment, Alex. I'm glad we were here to see it. I'm glad we were able to help make it happen. My butler told me about everything that happened while I was out of action. I'm so proud of you, Jessica. My little girl grew up to be the savior of the world. Oh, Daddy, I didn't do it all by myself. Don't be modest, Jess. Alex couldn't have done it without you. Oh? Is that you, Kyle? Damn it. You don't have to hide away from me, Kyle. Come here. Kyle, I know you love my daughter, and I know how happy you make her. So promise me you're always gonna take care of her. What? I promise, Dad. Don't you think it's a little early to call me that, Kyle? Why don't we stick with Mel until you make an honest woman out of my daughter? Oh, of course. I didn't want to admit it, but I always knew you and Jessica were meant to be. You were always the only boy who enjoyed it when she threw you into the mud. Dad, you make it sound so dirty. Ho, ho, ho! What a good one, sweetie. So, you don't mind helping us pay for the ceremony, would you, Mel? Since I gave up stealing, I'm just about broke. You're shameless, Kyle. How can I not love you? I'm so happy for you two. Can I be your dragon of honor? Alex, you might not have realized what you might have accomplished, but rest assured, lad, that you're no longer a mere man. In the eyes of some, you have now become a god on Earth. It won't be easy to deal with, lad, but I'm here to offer you advice if you need it. The legend of the four heroes is already starting to fade, Alex, and the legend of the last Dragon Master will take its place. Just as you idolize Dyne, the next generation of Rugrats will idolize you. And from those children, a new hero will be born to stand and save the world when the time comes. Jessica, I have to confess, I did feel regret about being turned to stone by that spell. Dad? I regret not being able to fight alongside my daughter. Come on, Dad, no offense, but I think you're a little old to be obsessed with combat. What are you talking about, Jessica? My skill with an axe is as sharp as ever. In fact, Alex, the next time you come to Maribia, we're going to have a real fight. Wahahaha. I had to create a wonderful weapon as my legacy. A weapon that will always be ready to protect Maribia. And I don't mind saying it'll look cool, too. Wahahaha. Oh no, I think my dad's going to start building his battleship again. I won't lie to you, Alex. That was a pretty good time killer. But, I know that Alex may not be as strong or handsome by by any standard. But there's no one in this world who cares about you more than he does. And he's about the next best thing to a man like myself. So start having a wonderful life already. Alex, I have a problem here. Now that I'm back in Mel's good graces, I have to give up on my career as an escort. But I don't have a lot of job skills, Alex. In fact, I have exactly one. Thievery. Every time I want to get out of the business, it pulls me back in. Speak up, Kyle. When you're my age, the hearing is the first thing to go. Nothing, Mel. Alex, we need to get together sometime and have a drink. There's something about beer that makes all your memories even sweeter than usual. Oh, wait, your lady won't let you partake in the fermented froth of the devil, will she? Ah, well, guess we could sit back with a tall glass of milk instead. Alex, I think I've finally come up with a new career option. I'm gonna start an honest business to escort people over the mountains surrounding the Nansa barrier. I think I'm more cut out for the work of heroes than the work of thieves anyway, but... God, you look troubled. Are you sure something's wrong? Sure, I'm sure, Mel. Don't worry about me, Alex. Love conquers all, right? Once Jess and I have some time to settle down, we'll come and visit you guys in Berg. I want to hear you two perform a song for us. It'll be nice to hear Luna's voice and know it's not going to trigger an earthquake. We'll be waiting for you, Kyle. And if you're lucky, Null, I might even make a trip to Lon and bring you some fish. If there's any way I can convince you to visit us every week. Hey, Null, if you have the power to turn into the white dragon whenever you want, why do you still look like a chubby white cat? Because I want to look this way, that's why. Why do you have to be like that, Kyle? Don't listen to him, Null. You have a stellar performance back there. I really appreciate everything you did for us, Null. Ah, come on now. You're making me blush. My head spin. I was a raving alcoholic with an embarrassing surplus of female companions. Now I think before I drink, and I'm about to enter a lifetime of monogamy. But we could save that story for another time when the two of us men can sit down with a tall one. I'm so happy for the two of you. It's wonderful to see the love you share. Have a safe trip back to Berg, and promise you'll come visit Kyle and me as soon as you can. We could talk about the old days just like my dad. Ha ha ha. Can't believe my dad already knew I was going on my own adventures behind his back. Maybe that's why he sent me to Althena's shrine. Guess I was silly to think I could fool one of the four heroes, huh? Ha ha. When you come to visit us, I bet I can talk Dad into letting us borrow his ship. I'd love to take you guys on a cruise on the Meridian Sea. Kyle, why can't you believe in me the way that Alex believes in Luna? I want that kind of trust in our relationship, you butthead. Hey, I believe Jessica. Really? Of course. I believe your cooking will always be completely inedible. I believe your behavior will always be very inappropriate. And I believe your lips will always be extremely kissable. You're lucky you threw that last one in there, Buster. Sometimes I wonder why I fell in love with such a dork. You fell in love with another man? I don't believe this. Who is he? Hey, wait a second. Listen, before we got together, I had so many girlfriends I couldn't remember their names. But I turned all those chicks down to be with you, Jennifer. That was so funny I forgot to laugh, Todd. But the nookie I'm gonna give you is even funnier. Bring it on. You know I'd just enjoy it. I bet you would. Haha. It's amazing to watch these two go at it, Alex. It's like some kind of freaky verbal ballet. That's a perfect description. They really do like each other, don't they? I'm almost jealous myself. We should probably let them have their space, though. 10 feet or so should be safe enough. I wholly second that motion. I don't know how much more of this I can take. Let's go, Alex. Luna, I know Alex risked his life to save you, but don't let him get too cocky about it. There's only enough room in this world for one ego the size of Kyle's. Please come back to Maribia and visit us soon. I'll miss you guys. Oh, wow. There's so much talking. Master Mel is okay with Jessica and Kyle seeing each other again? That spell must have had a bigger effect on his mental health than I thought. I'll have to keep track on Kyle while the Master is impaired. I know you mean well, sir, but Kyle really does love Jessica with all his heart. You should welcome him into the house with affection instead of suspicion. I know that Master Mel was himself a criminal when he married his wife, but it's different with Kyle. Alright, fine, it's no different. I remember the stir Mel caused in his wife's noble family. Everyone thought the Mel's marriage was doomed to failure, but I'd never seen a stronger relationship. So perhaps I can give Jessica and Kyle a chance. I hate proving myself a hypocrite. I still don't understand what happened to the goddess Althena. Was the Althena who fought with Gallian an imposter? And what happened to the real goddess? The goddess is alive and well within the hearts of her children. You're right, Dragon Master Alex. The goddess will live forever in all of us. Future generations will be inspired by your stories and your courage. Dragon Master Alex, I'll be using your wonderful story to inspire the next generation of recruits. You want to be like this man, maggots? Work harder. Harder! Alex, I was wondering if we should keep what we know about Althena to ourselves. I don't know if the world is ready for that news yet. The era of the 4 heroes is over, maggots. The era of the 5 heroes has begun. Peace has been restored to Meribia and to the world. Now we need to work harder than ever to preserve it. Master Mel was prepared to build a battleship beneath the mansion, but he turned to stone by the Valtribe just before construction was scheduled to begin. It would have been great. The mansion would split in half and the ship would soar to the sky. Now that the Valtribe has been destroyed, I guess we don't have a need for it. Too bad. I wish I could have seen it. Still don't understand why we were building the battleship underground. That must have been a good reason. Wonderful news! Mel has resumed his plans to rebuild the battleship. Man, it's gonna be the coolest. Jessica, with your blessing, I'm going to start the official Jessica Alkirk fan club. I figured that if Mia has a fan club, you should have one too, and Belle doesn't pay particularly well. So I should stand to supplement my income. I think I need to start an official fan club for Luna. But I can't afford to make any merchandise to sell. We'll have to sneak into her room one night and raid her unmentionables. She'll only be mad until the money starts rolling in. First president of Jessica's fan club should be Kyle, of course. Unless Hellmill wants to be in charge, that is. I don't want to be killed. Master Mel has summoned Mr. Might and Mr. Shira to the mansion. He wants to construct a huge flying battleship. I think he was inspired by watching Vayne in combat. Let's hope he never has a reason to use it, Alex. It doesn't hurt to be safe, Luna. Besides, it sounds like it would be pretty cool. I can already imagine taking to the sky in Master Mel's battleship. But how would I be able to breathe? Who cares about breathing? With a flying ship, you could catch the biggest and best fish in every ocean of the world. I see you've put some thought into this, Null. Ha ha ha. So your beautiful pet is really a white dragon? You have to be the most overachieving kid of all time. I am not anyone's pet. So you're beautiful. Okay. I, the mighty Kyle the Bandit, will slay foul monsters, cruise chicks, and drink lots of beer. Blech. I think this little boy was cuter when he was pretending to be Master Mel. Kyle better treat Jessica nice, or Mel's gonna beat him up. I think Kyle and Mel are both very aware of that little girl. My sister made a lot of friends while I was gone. I'm glad, because now I can concentrate on rebuilding Vayne. We need to have a magic guild where she can study when she grows up. We need to remind ourselves to come and help them whenever we can, Alex. This... With the world finally at peace, I guess we won't be needing weapon shops like this around anymore, huh? Definitely got mixed feelings over the whole idea. I am Mia Ausa, leader of the Magic Guild. Now is the time which I must show the true power of Vane. Mia, you were awesome up there when you blasted the grindery. I am Dragon Master Alex. Taste the cold steel of my blade, icky monsters of the Vile Tribe. There isn't a Dragon Master anymore, kid, and we're not fighting the Vile Tribe. That's right. From this day onward, we're going to live together in peace, and work together to make our world a better place. I think this little boy is already stronger than you, Alex. Haha. Jessica helped the Dragon Master beat the Magic Emperor. Now she's a hero to tomboys all over the world. If her mother, Lurhina, were still alive, I know she'd be so happy. Hellmel's happy enough for the both of them, lady. Graves is making huge profits even though the world is about to end. Tribute to his business sense. I think I'm going to spend a little time in his shop and riff off all his best ideas. The most powerful defense you can wear is a piece of plated armor. Isn't a piece of plated armor, it's the strength of your friends. Of course, it's easy for me to be so profound now that I'm getting out of the protective gear business. Is that right? Mia is now the leader of the Magic Guild. She's young, but I think she's more than ready. And to think I still vividly recall the day when Lamia was made the guild master. I'm much too old. Time does pass quickly. Seems like yesterday we were here saying goodbye to Ramus. Yeah, it does, doesn't it, Luna? I'm sure that with Mia in charge of Vane's reconstruction, there won't be a shortage of volunteer workers. Nothing motivates men quite like a beautiful face. But you already know that, don't you, Dragon Master? Dragon Master Alex, how wonderful that you're alive and well. Master Mel's back to his normal self, too. We should hold a celebration in honor of this blessed day. You really shouldn't sleep here anymore, old man. Your butt is starting to take on the shape of the bricks in the sidewalk, for starters. Zip your lip. I'm watching for monsters to stay low so they can't see me. We don't have to fight the Vile Tribe anymore, sir. They're our friends now. What? The Vile Tribe's no longer our enemy? Now that's something to celebrate. How about a drink? Oh my, Dragon Master Alex. You have a girlfriend? She wouldn't want to share, would she? Are you kidding? Lunar would tell you limb from limb if you tried to kiss Alex. Oh. Alex, we've been looking for you, but we were about to give up. I'm glad we decided to stop and eat before returning to Peo. It's Tempest and Fresca, too. Alex, you're truly the bravest of all the Dragon Masters. I'm honored to be your friend. And I shall gladly give you my allegiance if you ever are in need of help. Just ask. Thank you, Tempest. Luna, I have seen Tempest. I have never seen Tempest respect anyone as he does Alex. You should be proud. So tell me, Luna, when do you expect to begin bearing the Dragon Master's children? What? Well, we haven't really discussed it yet. Why not? There won't be anything more wonderful than new life with the man you love. Tempest and I are planning on having a huge family. Just think, Luna, our children will get to play together when we visit each other. Yes, that would be nice, but Alex and I have never... Luna, if you were any redder, people would mistake you for a talking tomato. Alex, you're blushing too. I didn't realize Maribia was such a warm place. Alex, please make him stop. People of the plains will never forget what you've done for them. And neither will I. Come and see us soon, Alex. Welcome to the Seagull Tavern. Every drink is on the house today in celebration of our victory over the Magic Emperor. Someone's giving away free booze and Kyle isn't here to drink it? Alex, he really is serious about cleaning up his act for Jessica. Alex, you can drink as much as you want, as long as it's juice. Man, do you believe this? Bartender's giving away free drinks. Celebrating something, I guess. I'm celebrating the taste of beer. I think this guy needs to celebrate the joys of sobriety. This is impossible. Totally impossible. My sixth sense is never wrong. But you beat the Dragon Emperor even though I thought he was going to annihilate you and your friends. I think it's time to try and use my power to cheat at cards. Does anyone in this tavern play cards without cheating? I see you defeated the Magic Emperor, and I hope you'll accept my apology for doubting that you could do it. Of course, you wouldn't have succeeded without Athena's sword. Alex succeeded because of the love he felt for Luna. These feelings are stronger than any sword could ever be. It's so nice when you're sincere about something, Null. Guess I shouldn't be surprised that true love is what saved our world from destruction. Maybe someday I'll be able to experience it for myself. Hi, I'm so glad you came here, because I wanted to thank you all personally. Because of you, Maribia will always be a city of freedom, and I'll always be able to exploit my fabulous body. Congratulations, I think. Do you believe it? Our songstress's voice actually improved after her ordeal with the Vile Tribe. She says it's because she heard the perfect voice while she was being held captive. I don't know how they could help her, but I can't argue with the results. I bet you guys have been hearing this from everyone you met, but I'd say it anyway. Thank you for saving the world. Dying really would have sucked. Oh, Luna, it's wonderful to see you. You've inspired me so much. I've been working hard to become a better songstress thanks to you. I'm never taking my gift for granted again. You really don't have to thank me. I didn't do much. I want to learn from you, Luna. What I learned from you, Luna, is to enjoy every day of my life, and to share the gift of song with as many people as I can. We should sing a duet sometime. Our star singer sounds better than ever. I wonder if adversity plays a role in refining a person's skill. Maybe I should see about getting myself kidnapped, too. Alrighty. One era passes, receding from view as the curtain lifts on another anew. Endless waves upon the rocky shore foretell of flowing time forevermore. On the billowing fabric of the ocean tailor, sail I, a simple yet meandering sailor. What a poet I am. Endless waves upon the rocky shore. Oh, what a poet I am. Who's that babe next to you? She's a frickin' hottie and the spitting image of Athena, too. That's right, because she's none other than... No. I mean, she's none other than surprised herself that she looks so similar. Finding a babe like that is 1 in a million, you know? You take care of your fine female friend, you hear me? Leica! Ho ho ho! Null and Alex! Are you going back to Berg already? Stay in Maribia a little bit longer. Not ready to head home yet. Perhaps you're a bit of a vagabond after all, Alex. Ho ho ho! Stay here and watch the sea for myself. You know what I love the most about the big mysterious Widowmaker, Alex? I know there's always a new adventure waiting for me on the other side. I'll be back. I think there's like one other person up here. Yeah. Persistence is the key. I see. I didn't expect you kids would be able to teach me something. Without giving up, maybe I too will hang on to my dreams. That is, to own my own ship. When you go to land to eat fish on your ship, please let me get on board, will ya? Ha ha. Oh no, you could easily fly there with your own set of wings. Once I get my ship, I will sit in the captain's quarters and holler in a dignified voice. Cast off! How cool is that? I want to chase after my dream and make it a reality. Alright, now we can do this. Must be hard for you, Alex. This is your first real big adventure, and the first time you've been away from home. Probably think about your family and friends every day, don't you? Ho ho ho! I had the same feeling when I started adventuring, lad. Perhaps you should return home and ease your mind. Going home with Luna. Dragon Master died. Aye. The man with that name died long ago, Alex. The age of gods and heroes is now at an end. From now on, our future will be shaped not by those with power or prestige, but by those with courage. You possess that courage, Alex. You always have. Thank you, Dine. I'm embarking on a journey, Alex. This one seems as if there will be a long one. Laika? This world is boundless, Alex. I'll never claim all of its treasures or learn all of its secrets. But I don't feel hopeless about it. I feel fortunate. Fortunate that I'm alive and able to explore a world with such endless adventure. Laika, about Galleon, I wanted to say... He died for his beliefs, Alex. And I know he wouldn't have had it any other way. But if there's one thing I sincerely regret, it's... No. This isn't the time to discuss that, Alex. Not yet.
You know, Alex, thinking back, I realize that we may all, in fact, just be travelers along that path in time heading toward the distant future. And it's the numerous coincidences and inevitabilities which actually create these chance encounters and partings between people. Life is an interesting thing, is it not? And your future adventures have now only just begun. I'll keep my fingers crossed for the both of you, Alex, Luna. Farewell, friends.
Alex, I don't know why, but I have a feeling that we will meet him again. You're right, Nall. I feel it too. Luna, let's go home. I was beginning to think you'd never ask. It's over. That was pretty good. Like I don't really have any major complaints that I haven't said already. Like, it was very obvious that Galleon was going to betray us. And I was right. This was the moon. Which means that the blue star is, Earth. Now, there was a bit that said that, like, Althena's sister or something like that is on the blue star. I thought Althena's sister was Luna. And in fact, I think the book even, like, teases it as if it was Luna. But apparently, Luna is just the resurrection of Althena. Which means that there is some other person on the blue star with the words LU at the beginning of their name. And that's probably going to be a thing in Lunar 2. Eternal Blue, I think it's called. I think so. But yeah, I'm happy I played this. I had no idea what I was getting into. But I'm glad I took the jump because this is a really good RPG. It is a very linear RPG though. And I can't imagine myself ever playing it again. But I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. I think the most important thing a game can do is give you that first initial good experience. And then if you can truly replay it over and over again, then that's a bonus. But I feel like with such a strongly narrative-focused game like this, that one playthrough is really all you need. It's a pretty good RPG, uh, considering the time it roughly released. Now, this is the most updated version of that game. It's not like I played the Sega CD version of Lunar 1. But like this was a fun ride, and I'm glad that I played it. The end. Perfect. Oops. Yeah, it's a really good RPG. It stands on its own alongside a lot of RPGs that came out roughly within the same time frame. Let me look those up real quick. Because it's like you got Final Fantasy IV, like Romancing Saga. Like I'm just trying to think of all the games, all like the RPGs that came out roughly around this time, 1992. Hell, Dragon Quest V is actually not that far behind from launching. I haven't played Dragon Quest V though. I have been told it's the best Dragon Quest game though. But yeah, I think Lunar Silver Star Harmony holds up very well and holds up with a lot of the RPGs that were released at the time. At least the most recent versions of those RPGs, alongside this most recent version of this RPG. I think it's a really good game. I think I'm excited to play Lunar 2 as well as all of the spin-off games, all the additional content, and I'm kind of sad already knowing in advance that Lunar only really got one sequel and a couple of spin-offs, and then it was over. Like, I think the most recent game in this series was from 2005, if I remember correctly, when I looked up, like, all the games in the series. Which I think is sad, because, at least based on what I've played here, like, there is a lot to dig in, and I'm really excited to eventually play Lunar 2. That won't be for a little bit though. We have other games. There's so many. There's so many other games. But I'm excited. I'm very excited to play Lunar 2 whenever I have the time to do so. Hopefully sooner rather than later. But yeah. That's going to be it for now. Thank you all for watching. Especially if you got this far and stick around. Because there's a lot more to come.